Hello YouTube, this is Question with Ryan, and as hopefully you saw in the intro, if I somehow got that detached, I have a logo. Not sure if you can see the blue box and dragon around it, but yeah. Let's get started. Gonna open Eclipse, probably should have done that beforehand, but yeah, this will give me time to talk. In this episode, we will be talking about variables, strings, ints, longs, doubles, that sort of stuff. Um, Like I said, this is for novices, just like beginner, like newbie, that sort of stuff. We'll be talking about ways to use them, the differences and everything. We'll also be talking about the console, which I talked about in the beginning episode, which is sort of like the display stuff. Also, basic actions and calculations and how that works. And then after that, talk about methods. So, I'll create a new class. This is like the overall just like main thing. So we're gonna add main because this is where the program question quotation mark whatever. This is where it's gonna start. So I'm gonna put class 1 since it's only one. I always get I always get like sort of half jitters when I'm talking, but as soon as this works. Okay, here we go. Just gonna put the at author questionably Ryan. There we go. Yeah, because nobody knows it's made by me. Okay, main is where the program launches from. Okay. So variables. Just gonna write them out real quick. Int I double D. Double D. Like if any of you have seen Ed and Eddie, pretty sure it's only in pretty sure it's only in America, but S. I'm pretty sure I'm missing something here. Int A. Yeah, I am very sure I'm missing something here. Oh well. Okay, an int I just realized. B, then char C. Okay. A byte can have up to 8 values, I think. And whatever. This is how it goes according to size, okay? You have your byte, which is 8. It can be up to 8 long. Equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah. It can only be up to 8. The char C. 6. 4. Yeah, this is sort of getting off on our foot. So these we won't really be exploring with in this series. These will be used. Okay, double. Okay. An int is a single whole number, like 1 or 2 or like 534. Okay? What it is not is a decimal. You cannot use decimals and integers. They're whole numbers. Just gonna put 1. Doubles are like, doubles. There are two sides, double-sided. There's one, and then they can use decimals too, okay? Yeah, so either it's automatically like this, and, all that sort of stuff. A float is also a decimal, but it's a larger number, I think. Like, F. Okay, yeah. It'll treat it as an int, unless you specifically say that it's a float marked by the F. The double, you can either have the D or not. A string is a string of text, so like hello 1 2 3 ABC, that sort of stuff. It is the do not get confused with an integer. Just because there are numbers in it, then it's not a number. Okay, it's the quotation mark. It's a string, just characters. No, an integer is a collection. Well, this is an int array. Probably going over my head here, but it stores values of stuff. Okay, think of this as a page. Okay, this is a single page. Now this is a book. Okay, it has multiple pages. Just, bear with my analogies here. Okay, so that's all. That's all. Like, finishing stuff. I'm being completely horrible at this. I just planned out what I was going to do, like, literally, like, 5 minutes ago. Take a drink of my soda. I'm not sure if I still have the 15-minute thing yet, since I monetized the first video, but whatever. So you're going to talk about how these can be used. So, int I equals 1, that means it's initialized. That means it has a value, okay? It can be by itself, and you can do it later, like, I is equal to 1. Okay, that's how it could work, okay? So that, you have this. You could create it, and you could not give it a value. And then later on, like, 10 methods later, like, oh, hey, I'm going to use this. So, make that equal to 1. Now, I'm going to give you some good stuff. Ints, they can only do their own stuff, like species. You can't take two separate species and, cross-mate them. Or genus, whatever. I'm probably being over technical, but it's sort of like that. You can't cross species. So you can't add an int and a double. You can't add a double and a float. At least I don't think you can. Huh. Let's test that. Equals plus invalid double t equals. If my computer doesn't freeze. Huh, apparently you can. Float. Apparently it can only be a double. Unless... Yeah, I'm not like super good at the teaching. Just gonna say that right now. I ramble a lot. But anyways, I plus 2. I is equal to I plus 2. That would mean that I is equal to I, which is 1, plus 2, which means that I would be equal to 3, okay? It's gonna do this. What this is system, as in, like, your computer, your monitor, your entire, like, system of stuff. Output, and it will print a line of text, okay? We're gonna do this, okay? What this means is it'll print out the value of I. Gonna do that before and after. It should appear here in the console. Okay, see? I is equal to 1. Okay, so the system outputs the value of I, which is 1. So an I is equal to I, which is equal to 1, plus 2. So an I is equal to 3. Just gonna put that out there. Then you'd have, like, then you'd have your other stuff. And the string, as I mentioned earlier, is a thing of text. You can either have print. Hold on, I'm gonna show you the difference. Okay, sorry. The difference between this is that a print line, the ln stands for new line. I have no idea why it's backwards, or it could just be for plain line. So it'll print its text, then it'll create a new line after the text. Okay? So, just gonna do this real quick so I can show you the string. So, string s is equal to 1, 2, 3, ABC. There you go, it's outputting the value of s. So then, that's all good. So then, if I, for example, did system.out.println, you don't have to follow along for this, because really it's just basic. I'll just put I, okay? So, it outputs the string s, which is value 1, 2, 3, ABC, and it goes to the next line, ln, and outputs 1, okay, which is the value of I. If I get rid of the ln, and hit F11, which is the quick go, it'll print out the value of s, which is string 1, 2, 3, ABC, but it won't go to the next line. Instead, it'll stay on the same line and print the value of I, which is 1. Okay, now that I've got that out of the way, I'm going to talk about arrays. Okay, like I said, it's like a book of a certain variable. Okay, what that means is that basically an index. The way you would go about this, okay, would be I is equal to a 1, okay? I am going to say right now that computers start counting from 0. Okay, so it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? This would be value 0. This would be value 1, okay? So I would be equal to 43. Let's test that. That should show 1, that should show 43. Gonna go ahead and do the play. So, the int array, the book of ints, is 12, 43, 32, 34. This is value 0, 1, 2, 3, okay? Let's say 4, okay? There is no 4, which means there's no 5th, okay? I get an error because it's trying to find a 5th value, okay? So we're just gonna put that back. So and if I change this to 0, because computers start counting from 0, it'll say 12, okay? Because 12 is in the 0 slot, okay? It's the 0 page. This is the first page, second page. So, yeah, there's that. You could also have, for example, int total is equal to a... Excuse me. Yeah, wow. Yeah, sneezing fit. Plus... This means that the integer total will be equal to 12 plus 43. Total. Or I could just turn this into I. There we go. This should mean 1 and then 55. Yes, there we go. Awesome. So that's all out of the way. I've shown you like the different ways they can be used and all. So now I will talk to you about like basic actions like for, while. I'm not even sure if I should fit that in here, but yeah, I'll probably fit in the next one. But what I will do now is show you a method. This is a method. It's a method called main. It's like the main method of the entire program. Okay, this runs your program. Now, what this is called a constructor. Okay, this is the main method of this class. This is the main method of the program. This is the main method of the class. Okay. So what this does is usually what you'd do is you'd have this in one of your classes. You'd have your constructor, and you just call the constructor. Okay. So you'd have new class 1. Okay, that would create a new class, and it would run whatever code is in here. So system.out.println, and you'd have 21. I'm hoping I have over 15 minutes, but no big deal. I could probably just cut it apart. Because, you know, I have Camtasia Studio. Except, I'm not sure if that counts as advertisement or not, but just saying that. So I'll explain again. It's outputting 21, because in the class 1, you have the constructor, which is the main method of this class, okay? You have it so that it outputs it, okay? Then you have your main method, which is what you use to launch your program, and you would launch a constructor of class 1, okay? So if I get rid of this, just gonna delete that, nothing would happen because, you know, there's no code. So then, new class, oops. So there's that. I wonder that if I turn music on, if it counts copyright. It probably would, but so I'm just gonna leave that.